We always say that.
Yeah, but actually today.
All right.
I mean, I feel like people not going to be as animated today because we got to win. So we'll see.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't put it past anyone.
They're not as animated after wins.
That's true. Oh, you stole my title was going to be the exact same thing, Zion. God
really?
dang it. I was going to say something about we're going to the title game or something like that. Damn
it. National championship is back, baby. So we get the champagne. Someone get the champagne. A national championship is back. All smiles. Yes, sir. Yep. Keep them coming. National championship is back. Hold on, let me get up this tweet. Oh, look, Mel's here. You know it's a good night if Mel's joining us after and not going to sleep. Yeah, we back. We back.
The hype is real.
It is. The hype is real tonight.
I think he's a great player. I mean,
Miles Turner didn't go to Duke. Did that hurt Duke?
Yes. No.
He won a championship.
Welcome back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We got to win. Clap it up, everybody. We got to win, man. Come on. Need some energy. You got to win. Clap it up in the comments. We got to win for once. Wow. Duke won a basketball game. And now we're trying to turn things around. But let me introduce obviously we got Ryan here. Dan, y'all have seen before. But this is my guy here, Dominic. Shout out to Dominic for joining us tonight. We won't talk too much about it like we promised, but this is Wendell's coach and trainer. But he's a diehard Duke fan since what was it, 1990s?
1990.
1990. Yeah, so he's been a Duke fan forever, and he has the basketball knowledge that exceeds everyone. So, hopefully he shares some gems tonight. But yeah, let's start it off. We gotta win, y'all. We gotta win. Ryan, you know the deal. Start us off. What you think, man?
Yeah, man, it was cool. Once that, I think we already talked about it, and it was kind of going around on Twitter when the guy hit that shot, the three-pointer fading away at the buzzer of the shot clock. That was kind of like, man, is this really going to happen again? I'm going to have to get on the show, talk about the faults of this team and everything. But, man, those final 2 minutes were so much fun. It felt like a game mattered. It felt like a Duke team had a chance. Jalen Johnson, I wouldn't say he put the team on his back, but the way he attacked and got those 2 and ones in a row, followed up by a block on Alvarado. Obviously, they still scored there, but there was just a lot of fight at the end of the game for that team. And it was a lot of fun to see Matthew Hurt coming up clutch at the end and Jordan Goldwire knocking down some free throws as well. So it was also really cool to see them after the game. You could tell they were super relieved. It felt like a weight was lifted off their back for the team as well as the coaching staff. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We'll break it down a little bit more, but Dan, what were your thoughts?
First, let me start off. Hold on. I have to on this day. First off, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, and Gigi Bryant, of course, and
absolutely
others in the plane crash. Obviously, it's the 1 year anniversary. Mama forever. But now, Dan, I'll let you give us your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, it's tough to follow that up. Obviously, it's a pretty big day, kind of just in history with what happened with Kobe. But to focus more on this game, I thought it was just a really interesting game, a game of runs that Duke hasn't really been in a while. That they've been in closer games, but it hasn't necessarily been back and forth runs. And I thought it was really great to see Jalen Johnson just completely take over this game. Towards the end, he really wasn't his presence wasn't necessarily felt throughout the entire game, and a lot of that could be the 2 fouls that he got early on, and then not being really a focal point of the offense necessarily to start. But when they needed baskets at the end of the game, he was not afraid to go coast to coast, which I think, and he should 100% do more. That every time he grabs a rebound, that he shouldn't be looking for a guard whatsoever. Just take it up the court yourself and make plays. And you saw that it wasn't just him scoring. It was him facilitating and making plays and finding open shooters. And obviously it comes down to having to make shots, but I thought Jalen was absolutely terrific.
Before we get Dominique's thoughts on the whole game in general, Dominic, what are your thoughts on Jalen running the point more, bringing the ball up the court? What are your thoughts on that? Before I forget.
No. So I want this notion though. I do want this notion. Everybody's not a point guard. Just because you bring the ball up the court doesn't mean you're a point guard. Now, him facilitating through the offense, his whole high school career, that's what he is. If you look at it, he's been the most unselfish player. That's just his game. Now he's trying to transition to, kind of put some scoring in there. But if you allow him to get on the break in that open floor with being at 6'9", it's nothing that you can do because he knows how to make the right pass. Sometimes he gets a little wild, but he knows how to make the right pass. So, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for it when you can get it and go.
Cool. Yeah, what are your thoughts on the rest of the game that you saw tonight?
What you see today?
So what I seen today is that they finally found a way to win a tight one. That's what I'm more impressed with. Individually, DJ had it going first half. He definitely had it going. I seen him chirping back with Alvarado a little bit, but that's what I like. I like to see the fight there. I definitely like to see fight. And Matt Hurt is just a bucket. Like let's just call it what it is. Matt Hurt's a bucket. He's a bucket. And then Jalen, like you said, with those two fouls early, it was kind of hard for him to get into a rhythm. But overall, as a team, I kind of think that I think they played well in spurts. I have yet to see them put a good 20-minute half together.
Yeah.
And I think they played maybe 17 minutes. 17 minutes of a 40-minute game. I think they played exceptionally well. The other ones they just have little glitches. And but overall, I'm just glad we got the win finally. Three games in a row.
Yeah,
I haven't seen 3 games in a row in a long time.
We saw that comment about Jalen getting a triple-double this year. I mean, the only thing stopping him from doing it is this team hitting shots for him. He's facilitating, and they're just
not to stop you. The thing stopping him is fouls for one thing.
Well, yeah.
He got.
I had to get a shot in there a little bit, man, at the shooting tonight because there was times where he had the coast-to-coast fast break, and he just kind of gave it off to I think it was Hurt and Stewart, and they both clanked it, and it was just like, man, that could have been such a huge break or a changing point in the game, but hey, it worked out.
I do want to give credit to one person, Mark Williams. Man, that was what we needed.
Ooh,
that was what we needed. Mark Williams. Yes. If we could get that every game, it just adds a different dynamic to this team. And they, number one, it gives you the interior presence to defend. Like now we have a shot blocker on the floor, so it's not easy when our guards are getting blown by like they normally do. Mark Williams is going to be in the paint, causing havoc. And then the offensive glass, he was creating a lot of extra opportunities, and we've never really seen that with this team. And we know we brick a lot, so the opportunities will be there throughout the season. But Mark Williams, if we got that, this is a different team. It's a completely different team.
He didn't even play that much. Yeah, I think Steven just said it too in the comments. He didn't play that much in the second half, which kind of surprised me, especially after they started really well, but then kind of did the same thing they did in the first half and was regressed a little bit. I thought we were going to see Mark come in there, but it ended up working out. It was good to see him, though. Yeah, that dunk when he bodied that guy down low, man, that'll get you going.
It's kind of hard though. Like now, let me look at it from let me put it in a coach's view. It's kind of hard to play Mark Williams with this team, and the reason is because it's not that many 7-footers. It's not that many 7-footers in the league that are mobile like a Moses Wright. So a lot of teams play us small. So when they play us small, where do you put the 7-footer that really can't guard the pick and roll a lot? So it's kind of hard. Everybody understands that. That's the reason why we lost the Wake Forest game last year, because we couldn't guard the pick and roll a lot. So once the guard sees that, he slips it, he gets under, he snakes it, and they're able to score. And you've seen Alvarado kind of get that in one instance. When he came down off the pick and roll, he made a good in and out move, and Mark couldn't open his hip wide enough to get the block. So that's where it's kind of hard to play Mark Williams. But tonight, we played a 7-footer that would match what he can do, and it played to his strength.
For sure. And actually, I want to, because Brian texted me this. Shout out to Jalen Johnson's dad. Yeah, they are questionable calls. But
I gotta say, I didn't know Jalen had the defense in him that he's shown this year, man. He's one of our only rim protectors.
Well, I mean,
he's a solid defender, man.
Before Mark came back, he's probably our best rim protector overall, I think.
For sure.
But that shouldn't happen, I think.
No.
Just because we haven't had natural bigs or bigs that can play on the court, and I think that's why Duke benefits from versatile bigs naturally in their system, because naturally we call it what it is. I've said it many times on this show before. We're not a big man school. We just, when we get the freaks, the Wendells, the Bagleys, okay, we can play big, but overall, we like to play small.
It'll be interesting to see Mark Williams' development throughout his career at Duke, no matter how long it is, because man, he's got potential, and he puts on some pounds this offseason. He could be a force, but I think he needs to develop a little more touch and feel around the rim to be a bigger threat down low.
And let me ask this question. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there was a couple things on Mark here that I'll touch on. I saw someone in the chat put it that you can't really have a lineup of Jalen Johnson with Matthew Hurt and Mark Williams. That's just a floor spacing nightmare. And I think that's not where Mark even necessarily fits in. Yeah, thanks for pulling that up. The one thing that I thought when I was watching Mark in the first half was not necessarily – he played very well, and I think we all agree on that. But it was more that I don't think Kay was very not excited. He didn't want Hurt guarding a 5, especially a stretch 5.
You can see that today.
Yeah,
he did in the second half. That's the thing. I thought that was my initial thought in the first half, and then in the second half he just completely scratched it and was like, you know what, we're going with these 6 players in the second half, and everyone who got minutes in the first half, like, sorry, you're gonna sit. But the other thing that I thought was really what Ryan mentioned about Williams is that he was really confident going up with his shots, and he was really, if he had a mismatch, he was going to put his shoulder into somebody and he was going to try to dunk on you. Like, that was it. And I think that there's room to grow in that. Maybe not necessarily anything that will immediately help the team this year, but it's definitely going to be somewhere that he can be in the future for this team or for future Duke teams.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think it's just because, we want to keep this short today. But let's just jump to the question. We're going to revisit the question from last week. Is Duke making the tournament?
Man, listen, Duke is gonna make the tournament. Everybody, calm down. Like everybody, like in Duke Nation. I'm telling you guys, I'm a Duke fan with you. What did Aaron Rodgers say? Relax. Just relax.
I don't think Rodgers is the best example after last week.
I
want y'all to understand this, right? Just let's be honest. We usually start November 5th, first game. Usually is November 5th. We usually get about 12 games before we get into league play. Am I correct?
Yeah.
We got 3 games until we got into a tough conference schedule. And we're the big dog. So we're always going to get the best play from every team. We played 3 games until we got into or 4 games maybe. We played 4 or 5 games until we got into the conference schedule. This team needs to find its way. Usually by the time conference comes, you kind of find your way. You know what you are. You know what the team is. You know who can play together and who can't. And that's what we're figuring out right now. That's
but this is the thing. This is my response to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have enough on the schedule to even get to that point? Number one, do we have enough time? Number two, do we have enough games on the schedule to get to that point where we're clicking? Because we're not playing elite teams.
Yeah, so we got Clemson. This was a good win. This Georgia Tech was a good win. Now we got Clemson on Saturday, which is if we can get that, that's a good win. That's a good scheduled win, right? And then after that, like we haven't lost to anybody like atrocious of the 3 games.
Yeah.
I mean,
last week.
Pittsburgh would be the only one, but I don't really think you can consider them atrocious this year like they normally are.
Atrocious, but they did just lose to Carolina, and I think they're going to come back to life very soon.
And they started off. They lost the weight too.
Yeah, I don't think they're as good as they have shown or the record says.
Yeah, I think this Clemson game coming up will show us and tell us more about this team and where they're at as far as making the tournament goes. I know you're just about to touch on that, Dominic, but they're just one of the better teams who will play the rest of the season, and I think that'll be a better sign of what's to come with this team after that game. Because if they win that game, man, there's nothing that could stop this team after. I mean, Miami, UNC, Notre Dame. NC State, yeah. For the next 2 weeks after that game, there's no team that scares me. Obviously, Virginia will be an interesting one, but if they can beat
Clemson, though, you said Clemson though, they just lost by 20 to FSU though.
Exactly, they came off it was a couple weeks where they didn't play a game, and they've just been getting destroyed. I think if I remember right, or no. I think Clemson just beat Virginia, but they had a rough stretch as well, and they're just not looking as good as they were to start the season. So, I mean, you can get a win like that under your belt and get the confidence growing. I think this team could.
Actually, Clemson, their last 3 games, they lost by 21, lost by 19, they lost by 18 to Georgia Tech, and then they lost by 35 to Virginia.
That's right. Virginia smoked them, not the other way around. So, yeah, this is a team that more than beatable right now. So it'll be they can win that one. The confidence will be through the roof. And then you go to Miami. And then you got UNC. So no.
But that's a road win. That's a road win. That's what I'm saying. We got enough time. We got enough time. We're 6-5. We got enough time. We're okay, man. Because we still got to make up a Florida State game. We still got to make up a Florida State and a Pittsburgh game.
Yeah, that Florida State game, we need to find a way to make up. I don't know where or they're going to put it.
It doesn't fit anywhere, man. That's the issue.
But they have to play that game. That's a big resume builder for Duke.
The issue, though, is does Florida State have to play that game? Are they going to have any motivation to reschedule it?
That's the thing.
No, they don't.
Dan, what do you think? Are we making the tournament?
That's can I give a cop-out answer?
Oh,
and
wow.
Say,
what's the
and
cop-out?
say that it depends on how I won't pin it on one person, but I'll say that if Jeremy Roach can get back to how he was maybe 3 or 4 games ago when he was putting his head down and getting to the rim and just didn't care and was looking to score. And I mean, that's part of the issue is that I feel like he really, like in the last 2 or 3 games, he's gone back to where he was like that first 1 or 2 games of the year where he was trying so hard to facilitate the offense that he wasn't doing anything himself. And these last couple games have been really rough. But if he can get back to, hey, I'm going to put my head down, I'm going to use my explosiveness that he has and get to the basket, I think then Duke's team will be even better. And they have that extra guard. Their backcourt has struggled for a lot of this year. And to have that guard that can really play, really just, I think, would help them get to the tournament. I think if you're saying right now, is Duke making the tournament? I would say no, but I think that they definitely have the opportunity to like get their way back into the tournament.
So you're saying that Duke is not one of the 68 best teams or 32 best teams in
See, when you put it like that, it's tough. But like their resume, that 5-5 record really hurts.
I got you.
6-5 now.
Are they the best? Are they one of the best 32 teams left?
I don't know if they are.
It's tough. I would say that they're in talks to be in the top 32. I don't know if I would necessarily put them there right now. I think that if they can build off this win for sure, and if they can show if Jalen can keep playing the way he has, I think if they run in transition more than they have a better opportunity to win some more games and definitely get themselves there.
All right, let me share the schedule. That's why I wanted to get up the schedule. All right, so let's go through these, I guess. Just like the next, we kind of went through the Clemson one. People think we're going to win Clemson, Miami. Let's get to the
Carolina.
The 4 after that. Carolina. Are we beating Carolina?
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah, come on. We're not even going to debate that one. We're beating Carolina.
See, the fan in us obviously has to say yes, we are beating Carolina. But realistically, from a realistic standpoint, are we beating?
I'm telling you, the basketball in us for beating Carolina. You cannot play us with 2 bigs. You're going to get killed. You have 2 slow bigs. Who is Day'Ron Sharpe checking? Who is who is Armando Bacot checking? Who is Garrison Brooks is your little season? But come on, man. Let's be honest. Like, come on.
You say y'all not. Don, but my argument to that is who's checking Day'Ron Sharpe and who's checking?
Listen, who checked Moses Wright tonight?
That was Mark Williams. But Day'Ron Sharpe is a little bit.
Who? No.
Jalen.
See, that's
Jalen. Yeah.
That's what. Jalen didn't check. Jalen didn't check Moses Wright. See, that's what gets me mad about a lot of people. Everybody watches the game, but they don't really watch the game. The person that checked Moses Wright tonight was Wendell Moore.
No. I mean, but that's the thing. Number one, I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there because Wendell is not checking Day'Ron Sharpe.
Wait, hold.
I love Wendell.
He checked Garrison Brooks. Wait. He checked Garrison Brooks last year. Garrison
Brooks is a little bit different than what Garrison Brooks will try to finesse you more than he out physical you. Day'Ron Sharpe is a little bit bigger. He's definitely gonna give you way more trouble down low.
Yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying who's gonna check Day'Ron Sharpe. He's gonna be an X factor. I'm not saying Mark Williams is not gonna check him. What I'm saying is the other best big man other than Matt Hurt this year has been Moses Wright.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, if you don't count Champagne as a big man.
No, he's not a big man. He's a do-it-all. He's a do-it-all.
But I mean, they still have Bacot. They have a lot of bodies front court that our offense. If we were typical Duke offense, I would say, okay, no problem. We're just gonna outrun them. We're gonna space the floor. We're gonna spread them out. We're gonna dribble, drive past them, get to the rim, play it 5 out. We can't play offense this year. Offense is not a strong suit. So like, if they're just playing zone with Leaky Black and these 2 bigs, just basically forcing us to shoot the whole game. I'm not too confident in a team that can't shoot against Carolina.
Right, but on the other end as well, if Duke, like the chat's been saying, if Duke goes zone that game, who's shooting for Carolina? So honestly, we could see like a 20-15 kind of game. Like it does. Like one of those house builders, but I mean, we'll see when it comes to it. I wouldn't be surprised to see at least to see Duke go zone.
See that's the thing. If we do go zone, that's good. I think we'll get stops.
Rebounds.
But rebounds, it's hard to rebound out of a zone. And now you have 2 basically centers down low, ready to get the offensive boards. Like that's where they're going to generate a lot of their offense. if we do end up going zone.
I'm glad I'm not making these decisions, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a toss-up. It just depends. I mean, we don't know what happens. Maybe the seniors, well, not the seniors, but the upperclassmen well, not even upperclassmen, but the Wendell and Matt Hurt, you know, they've been in these games.
Listen, Zion, stop. Let's just kick the elephant in the room. If the boy don't step up, it's gonna be a long season.
If you said what?
If that boy don't learn how to play basketball, I don't know what we're gonna do. And that boy is my boy. If he don't, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm being honest.
I mean,
I'm just as critical as on him as y'all. Trust me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So what are you telling Wendell after a game like this today? What is your advice to him? Not to get too personal, but like your general coach advice. Just
I mean, I always say encouraging things, man. Just keep playing, man. Like just keep playing. Do everything that you do. I look at it in a whole different light, man. I watch him play defense. I watch him do some of the little things that's not really done. A lot of people don't, show. Like a lot of people are not going to give him praise for it. But I also tell him, man, you got to hit shots. Like you just got to hit shots, man, and it's going to go down. It's definitely going to go down. Just keep your head up, keep trucking. Like you went from not being in the start, you went from being in the start line to not backing it. Now you're doing things. Now you're playing, excessive minutes. So we just got to get more out of it. Can't shoot 5 shots though. But you got to make your shots. So,
yeah. I mean, the same goes for pretty much Jeremy Roach too. I mean, we need we need a backcourt. We need backcourt production for this team to reach their potential. There has to be production from the backcourt, and I mean, DJ Stewart, as maybe his field goal percentage may not be where he wants it to be. He's putting down 19, 17, 15, 14 every game. Like, so he's at least, putting up the shots and trying to create some offense. I just think, we need Roach. Roach needs to, I don't know what's like, he doesn't want to shoot, not really facilitating. Defensively, he's still like if you're gonna pay him 25,
freshman wall.
Freshman
wall.
I think he's definitely
hitting the freshman wall.
Yeah, I think he's
the freshman wall.
Yeah.
We need Joey Baker. Lord, we need Joey Baker. I'm being serious, man. We need Joey. We need the AD out on Joey Baker, man. Oh,
yeah, he could really stretch out this offense a lot more and make teams contest those 3-pointers. He's not even pulling the trigger at all anymore, and it's showing a lot.
He said, we need Joey Baker to hit his open threes. His open threes. That's all we need,
that's
really.
It. Like that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
We win the Louisville game. He is that shot.
Go ahead, Dan. You about to say something, Dan?
I was cutting out a little, but think about. Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, cool. I was honestly just gonna say that. Think about the dynamic of the offense. If Baker's able to be out there, even just as a corner, as a guy who stands in the corner on offense, where you have someone like Wendell, you have someone like Jalen who's able to drive and kick like that, and if you have, let's say, Roach out there, and you have DJ Stewart out there as well, and along with Hurt, if you have that kind of a lineup out there, Jalen can go to work. He has that spacing. And if he's able to be reliable to knock down that shot, I mean, I'm like once or twice a game. It changes the outlook of how this team can play offense. And the same thing if they put Brakefield there instead. And that's another thing I've been on. Give Brakefield a couple more minutes. I would give him the minutes that Joey gets personally.
He needs a chunk.
How many did Brake get tonight? Like 3?
I don't even know. I barely seen him, bro.
3 straight games of him getting 3.
Like that's bad.
He had about 3.
Like, and he had the shirt off, so you know he was coming with a different mentality today. He had no t-shirt under the jersey tonight. Like, I was like, yo, he was about the ball, but he needs to play. Like, he just needs to play because I feel like he's an offensive weapon that if we gave him more confidence and more, a bit more kind of freedom to play around offensively, I think he'd help us. But I don't know. And the rotation is changing every game pretty much. So
yeah,
we don't know.
I think they locked in. I think they locked in with where they're at right now. I think that's what they're gonna lock into, just to be honest. And you're gonna see that spot minute of a Brakefield and maybe a Henry sometime. I think your top 7 is always gonna be the 5 you see out there, J Gold.
Yep.
I think Brakefield, or I think Joey's in that top 7. But I think Brakefield, Joey is where it starts to shift a little bit.
I mean, to me, Brakefield, if you have to pick between Brakefield and Joey, you go Brakefield every single time. Even looking at this,
different dynamic.
It is, but I don't think there's anything Joey does that kind of Brakefield can do. I think Brakefield can scrap out those hustle plays too that Joey has sometimes. Like, I can't put Joey on the court if he's not shooting. I just don't get it.
I got you.
I got you.
But they don't play. But they don't play the same. Like, you don't like if you bring Brakefield out there, you're taking the Jalen Johnson, Matt Hurt minutes.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. But
I said last week.
That is true. But I have wanted to see at times. I want to see Brakefield at the 3. I just want to see it. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. But to me, if you put him in the spot up role, I don't think it's terrible.
Then you're taking away from the game, Zion. He's a tough, hard-nosed, gritty kid. You don't just stick him in the corner to shoot threes. That's not his game. Now you're asking him to do something to make a decision. He's not a decision maker. You're telling him to pump fake. Like, they're just running out on Joey, made him big. So now Joey is a better pump fake, get to the spot, pull up person. Brakefield is a spot up person, right? But you also take him away from the offensive boards where he's great at. So you can't make him and put him at a 3 when he's not running those things in practice. You just don't do it in the game. He's not running that in practice.
I get that too, but I mean, how can Baker be effective with a pump fake and drive if people are at this point just going to back off of him and kind of give him the goal wire treatment? Like someone said, he's shooting 15% from 3. What makes me want to jump at you if you pump fake? If you're pump faking, what makes me want to believe that you can make that shot?
Because if you know that scouting report as a college basketball player, no matter what, all you need to see is a couple go in that basket. And is
that even true though?
Is he even on the scouting report at this point? I mean,
but the thing is, he hit one last game. Last game he hit a 3 early. The first shot he made was a 3, and then he didn't make a shot the rest of the game. So like,
listen, I get you. I'm on your side with it. I don't know what we do as far as that 8 player, the 7-8 player. That's where we gotta find it at.
Yeah.
We're a solid people. 6 right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Shout out to people watching on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, looking at the box score even tonight, number one. Okay. I forgot to give Goldwire his credit. Goldwire played well tonight, very well tonight.
Hell of a game.
Well.
If Goldwire hit jump shots, like, he's very hard to keep off the court if he's gonna hit jump shots. But I mean, defensively he was good, especially making big plays down the stretch. Shout out to Jordan Goldwire. I didn't even know that Jeremy Rose played 16 minutes tonight. I mean,
felt like he played way more than that.
Yeah. But
Roach played 16 minutes tonight?
Yeah, 16 minutes.
Well, he didn't play a lot in the second half. I know that for sure. He only had 4 in the second half. I know that for sure.
Yeah. He most of the minutes came in the first half, but second half, I think it was more go wire. Stewart.
He got pulled for bringing Alvarado over for that last steal from Jalen, the one where he brought it in the post. He got pulled right after that because he shouldn't have brought his man over.
Oh
yeah,
it was rough.
That was rough because Alvarado was cooking. Oh my god!
Yeah, I can't. People were mad at him. I saw the jokes. I saw the avocado jokes. Man, I'll laugh at him, but that I got to give him his credit. He was killing it today. Like I would love to have a senior like that. I would love. No doubt. Every college basketball team wants a senior like that.
You know who he plays like?
Who?
He's heady like? He's heady like the backup point guard from Illinois.
I don't remember the backup point guard from Illinois. What was his name?
What? That was the one that was killing us. Cabrillo? Yeah, Cabrillo. Yeah, the Puerto Rican kid. That's who was killing us in that Illinois game. Oh Lord. But that kind of feel. Yeah, I know.
He got that. He do got that. Grievous Vasquez light. He don't shoot as much as Grievous, but he got that.
Not Grievous.
Yeah, he got that mentality like Grievous. I say, like he's up in your face. He's gonna, let you know about it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We got what's the schedule looking like again? What we got next? Clemson, and when is that? Saturday?
Yep.
And then UNC. Oh no, I thought it was. I was looking at Clemson schedule. What's the schedule? What's the game after Clemson? That's when we'll be back.
Miami
on Monday. Okay.
Yeah. Next Monday.
We'll be back next
Clemson game's an early one.
Yeah.
Noon at Clemson. Gotta love it.
That's
never fails.
I think that game might be at Cameron.
The Clemson game is at Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
Because we went to Clemson last year and lost.
Yep. Someone said, "Is Miami an L?" No, that Miami should not be an L. If Miami's an L, then we're not gonna make the tournament. Miami's not good. I don't think Miami's a good team.
No, you're right. But it's a road game.
It is a road. Do they have fans? They probably have fans because it's Florida.
They have fans. They have fans.
Oh yeah. Florida.
They're only
many.
Miami's 2-7 in conference play right now, so not overly worried about them.
Someone said, "Is Chris Likes back? Is Chris Likes still on the roster?" He's
been at I think he.
Oh, he's still there.
I think he opted out. I think.
Oh, he might be out. Yeah, he been there forever. My goodness, Perry Ellis. But yeah. We appreciate you for joining us today, Don, for sure, and spitting that knowledge.
Nobody has any questions because get them all out if they do.
Oh, okay, yeah. If y'all got questions for him, send your questions before we head out.
I know y'all want to talk about him.
If you're okay, so let me make it specific. If you have questions about Wendell, here we go. This is your chance to ask. This is your chance to ask.
He did this bullshit. I'm sorry, I can't cuss on this.
You can if you want to, but I ain't stopping you.
Oh my! He did a jump turnaround pass. I was like,
he did that on the fast break.
The one to Hurt when Hurt was right on his hip.
Yeah.
Oh my! I said, what are you doing? Like, listen, the way I look at the game, I promise you, I look at the game. Totally. What are you doing? Like,
there's two fast breaks, man, where he jumped without knowing what he was going to do with the ball, and that was one of them.
We got a question for you. I'm gonna leave out the foul ones. I'm not putting no foul ones on the screen.
No. Go ahead.
You want me to? Go ahead. All right. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
Like, we don't shy away from it.
When is Wendell gonna realize he's not a shooter? But BUT 14.
When is he gonna realize that he's not a shooter? It's not that he's not a shooter, man. It's the way he's holding his hand. So we work on he's if you watch him catch the ball, he's catching the ball with his hand on top of the ball. instead of his hand cocked ready to shoot. He's not shooting it right. So he's shooting it from below. If he shoots it from below his waist, I'm telling y'all this, he's gonna miss it. I'm gonna be honest with you. But if he keeps it high, he makes it every time. It's not he has bad form because he shoots the free throw well. He shoots the free throw. If you watch him shoot a free throw, you'd be like, well, why can't he do this here? Nobody said this when he was shooting in the Boston College game. It's the same shot.
Yeah,
it's the same shot. It's nothing different. He shot well in the Pittsburgh game. It's nothing different. It's just how it's his hand placement on the basketball.
Yeah. And this guy says, thoughts on the Wendell shot at Louisville? I'm assuming he's thinking the last possession. We talked about this.
So, okay. Yeah. So let me give you three things, okay? First, he gets the rebound. He pushes it, kicks it out to Joey Baker. Misses that three, right? No problem at all. Secondly, he gets that shot at the top of the key. Now, he had 20 seconds left, but who shoots that shot? Anybody that takes that shot, he just made that same shot earlier that game, the sidestep, right?
Yeah, the sidestep three.
We miss it. Now, if we miss that, if he misses that, I'm mad at the shot anyway. I'm talking about in the fan sense. I'm on the fan side right now. In the fan sense, I'm like, why would you shoot that shot? Like, why? In his mind, he shoots the shot. We get the rebound. We kick it back out. We get the wide open three. What do?
Missed it.
So now what gets highlighted is his missed shot, but not the missed shot for the wide open three. If we make that three, nobody cares what Wendell shot because we got the offensive rebound. It was long as it wasn't short. I always taught him that long as it's not short, I don't care. If it's a long rebound, at least we get the offensive rebound. We kick it back out. We need to make that shot right there. So we had two chances to hit that shot to go up in that game. But he shouldn't have. He just made that shot earlier. It probably was a tough shot. Let me not say that. It was a tough shot. I'm gonna be honest. It was a tough shot.
It was a very tough shot.
Yeah, very tough shot. But you live and die by, man. You missed it. Yeah, you make it, you're a hero. You miss it.
Yeah.
Why didn't Green Bay go for it on fourth down?
Is there anything that you're seeing from a coaching staff wise and how they're utilizing this team and Wendell specifically that you agree with, don't agree with, think they could be doing better? Like, what are your thoughts on the way they're using these guys?
Get them in trouble now.
Man, listen. The staff is doing what they can do. You got to get the ball into Matt Hurt's hand. And play off of that. It's not even about being a Wendell and things of that nature. You got to get in the Matt Hurt hand and play off of that. But you also, you also have what we need to prepare for is they're going to go at Matt Hurt. So if we lose Matt Hurt again, where do we get that instant offense that can personally break down a defense or get a bucket somewhere else? Because you can't do it dribbling because it's college. 5 people, they know Duke really can't shoot. But what do you do to get that person going? You have to get that person going, whoever it is, no matter who it is. Jalen, if it's Roach, if it's DJ, if it's Wendell that night, you have to prepare them for a tragic situation at any time.
This is a good question.
I'm not saying they're not.
Yeah. This is a good question right here. What is Wendell's game? What do you think he is best at?
To be honest with you guys, Wendell is best at I know it's gonna be crazy. He's best at facilitating and getting everybody involved.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most unselfish person there is, man.
Yep. I seen it.
He is.
For sure.
Anybody else takes that ball to the rim in the Louisville game and tries to go lay it up. They don't kick it to Joey to shoot the ball. They don't. Not that you don't do it, but the RJ Barrett gets that on break. What does he do?
He's taking it to the rim.
Does he kick it to Cam Reddish?
No, to get a bucket.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying.
So With that being said, though, do you think he's better on the ball then?
Do I think he's better on the ball? No. Like bringing it up, being a facilitator, like point guard type.
Yeah.
Yeah. How he played, I'm gonna be honest. The way that he played in the Boston College game is how he should play. However I watched him play in the Boston College game, that's what he is.
Okay.
That exact person.
Yeah.
That person.
That the game he went for 22 or 25 or whatever?
Yeah, he had 25.
Yes. And not even in the sense of him going for that many points, but how he was playing. How they utilized. What was being utilized. You had Matt Hurt open up the court. How it was.
Yeah. And we'll get one more question in.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me try to pick up this one. Someone trying to be foul. Do you think he is too? Yeah, someone trying to be selfish. Someone said, why can't he be unselfish with his jump shots? But this person says, do you think he is?
Hold on. No. Listen, that's a.
You want me to put it up?
I mean, you can put it up. I mean, these are questions from fans. That's what they want to know.
Right.
No, but here's the thing. Last year, his problem was getting charges, right? So they wanted him to work on something, work on the jump shot, right? So he's shooting it. But in order to make shots, you have to shoot. He didn't shoot it at all last year.
Yeah.
I was in the building when he didn't shoot, and it was 10,000 people in there and said, shoot the ball. He didn't shoot the ball. Like, literally, it was 10,000 people in camera, and they said, shoot the ball. He was wide open. That's what hurt. Like, so he worked on it. He's not shooting it with no confidence. It's just not going in. When it goes in, it looks good.
Yeah. That's actually really underrated. That's a really good point you bring up, that last year he was really prone to drawing charges, and like you said, that's something they asked him to work on was with your pull-up jumper, and we're seeing that this season, and he's not drawing as many charges as he was. So that's a really good take there point, because it's not something that a fan like me would even think about. Like, oh man, that's right, last year he was really bad at that. They must have told him to work on it. Well, think if he's hitting his jump shots this year, it's a completely different story. It's obviously a completely different season. But then you go then the casual fan would go, man, last year he wasn't that good at those pull-up jumpers. He was drawing a lot of charges, and now he's hitting a bunch of jumpers. Man, what an improvement in his game! And like you said, the shots just aren't falling right now. That's
it. Like that's truly it. Like you can't have you gotta see what he worked on. Like, to understand what he worked on, to see it, the progression of what he is. So. He got a lot of charges last year. Everybody hated it. Why is he getting all these charges? He just puts his head down. Can he not do this? Like, literally, he puts his head down too much. He needs to learn how to do this, and this. Well, then he went to work on it, and now it's just not hitting right now. So that's why his percentages are lower, because he's not hitting the shots that he went to work on. So that's it.
Yeah.
I think
it's that it's probably the most stark stylistic difference that we've seen from a player from year 1 to year 2, because he went from no jump shot, only taking it to the basket, to really only jump shots, and he hasn't really been taking it to the basket. And that's an issue with kind of the whole Duke team, and it seems like he's kind of trying to find that middle ground where, okay, I'm going to take it to the basket, when the defense presents that to me, but otherwise I'm going to be confident and take this jump shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's also the fact too that there's not much spacing on this team. I mean, they tried to space it out tonight, but like realistically, when you have all these guys who really can't shoot, DJ Storage is a streaky shooter, and Matt Hart, your best shooter, is a big man. You're never gonna have enough. You're never gonna have enough space. Even when he tries to get to the rim, he's gonna probably be doubled, or someone else is gonna come over to help. And you're going to leave a non-shooter. They're going to come off a non-shooter because the non-shooter's in the corner. So, like, the spacing is tough for him, too, I definitely got to say. But yeah, it's hopefully. I think there's a big game coming from Wendell. I do think. I obviously
listen.
The Boston College game was big, but I mean in a big moment.
But we gotta like I think that's where we're all focusing on, and we just need to say it's gonna be a big game from the team though. We're trying to put one individual and say we need him to have a big game. We just need we need a literally I'll take listen, I promise you, I'll take a 25-minute game full of just like us defensive wise. We are atrocious on defense. Oh my God. We're atrocious on defense. Like atrocious. And that's what I want. I want 25 good minutes of that. That right there.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I don't think it's that we want a big that we need a big game out of Wendell. I see it. I see it coming like naturally. I mean, whether it's the UNC or UVA game, I think it's going to be one of the leaders kind of or older players that kind of going to have to step it up for us to kind of take that next leap against a better team. But there's a lot of basketball there. Yeah,
a lot of basketball.
So I mean, we definitely appreciate you coming through.
Thank you
tonight, man. Definitely hope to have you on soon again. Maybe later in the year when we're getting closer to tournament time or conference tournament time, because we don't know about the other tournament.
We're on to the tournament, man. Stop, y'all.
Dude, I thought you were going to say the NIT for a second when you paused.
Hey.
Yeah, that's true.
The NIT is not out of question right now. But I will say, if there's we're not going to NIT period, because I doubt Coach K is going to want to do some daily testing over NIT games.
No.
So we're not going to NIT. That's for sure.
We're going to the tournament, man. I'm not saying we're going to be a one. We might be a 5 seed. We may get a 6
7,
seed.
No,
we definitely not playing
8-9.
We definitely. No, we're not getting an 8-9. Listen, one thing about Duke is we'll never get an 8-9.
Yeah, never.
Never.
All right.
That'll never.
All right. I hope I don't have to go back and play this or save this clip and send it to you.
8-9? Lord Jesus. 8-9?
They're 6 and 5. What do you want me to say?
Listen, just give me the playing game. Just give me the playing game.
Yo, putting Duke in a playing game would be really disrespectful. I don't care.
Listen, put me in the 5-12 playing game, man. I'll take that.
All right, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Definitely, wow. Yeah, I lied again. We were supposed to go 25. We went 53. We definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next Monday, I believe. Yeah.